Good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from the Edo State capital, Benin City, Nigeria. My name is Oluwatoyin Oyedola. President Bola Tinubu has reiterated commitment to boost food security in the country in 2024. Tinubu made the promise in his New Year address to Nigerians on Monday. The president stated that the government will cultivate 500,000 hectares of farmlands to combat hunger in the country. BeeTv News' Mercy Adams has the details.
In the previous year, Nigerians lamented the high food and all items inflation rate in the country. The food inflation rate was 31.52% in October 2023 compared to 23.72% in October 2022, while the headline inflation rate was about 28% in 2023. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says to ensure constant food supply, security and affordability, his administration will step up the plan to cultivate 500,000 hectares of farmlands across the country to grow maize, rice, wheat, millet, and other staple food, adding that his administration had launched the dry season farming with 120,000 acres of land in Jigawa State last November under the National Wheat Development Program. The document
was the removal of the chokehold of few people on our foreign exchange system that benefited only the rich and the most powerful among us. Without doubt, these two decisions brought some discomfort to individuals, families, and businesses. I am well aware that for some time now, the conversations and debate have centered on the rising cost of living, high inflation, which is now above 28%.
Tinubu also vowed to improve the business environment in the country, stating that it would remove all bottlenecks to profitable business operations in the country. However, 5 multinationals have stopped operations in Nigeria in the last 10 months as a result of the power crisis, coupled with the unpredictability of the country's foreign exchange rates before it was recently unified. President Bola Tinubu says his administration will fight every obstacle that impedes business competitiveness in Nigeria and will not hesitate to remove any clog hindering the path to making Nigeria a destination of choice for local and foreign investments.
We will race against time to ensure all the fiscal and tax policies reforms we need to put in place are codified and simplified to ensure the business environment does not destroy value. On every foreign trip I have embarked on, my message to investors and other business people has been the same. Nigeria is ready and open for business.
The president further promised to implement new national wages for industrious workers in the country to cushion the effects of the hardship being felt by the citizens. Add that the federal government will work diligently to make sure every Nigerian feels the impact of their government.
It is in this spirit that we are going to implement a new national living wage for our industrious workers this new year. It is not only good economics to do this, it's also a morally and politically correct thing to do.
President further pledged that his administration will work for the peace, progress, and stability of the country while extending this call to his political opponents in the last election, saying all hands must be on deck for the sake of the country. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
President Bola Tinubu has signed the 2024 appropriation bill into law in keeping with his avowed commitment to maintain a timeless, predictable and efficient budget cycle. President Tinubu assented to the bill at the State House shortly after returning to Abuja from Lagos. Speaking at the signing of the bill, the president assured Nigerians that the implementation of the budget would be efficiently pursued and vigorously monitored, adding that all the institutional mechanisms shall be held to account in ensuring diligent implementation. BeeTv News' Rebecca Goffey has the details.
The top priorities of the 2024 budget of 28.7 trillion naira are defense and internal security, job creation, macroeconomic stability, improved investment environment, human capital development, poverty reduction, and social security. He said funding the judiciary is a major element in an effort to support a just, rules-based society. Statutory transfer to the judiciary has been increased from 165 billion naira to 342 billion naira. Some of the key estimates are capital expenditure 10 trillion naira, recurrent expenditure 8.8 trillion naira, debt service 8.2 trillion naira, and statutory transfers 1.7 trillion naira.
And we are happy that we have a sustainable roadmap to our economic recovery. This is no beer parlor assurance. It's a very serious one to all Nigerians. The ways and means trouble spot is being cleared.
However, all MDAs have been directed to take responsibility and provide monthly budget performance reports to the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, which in turn shall ensure the veracity of such. He directed the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy to hold regular reviews with Economic Management team, and in addition of which he will chair periodic Economic Coordination Council meetings.
Nigeria is going through serious financial re-engineering, and I'm glad I have this team. You're a very good team, and I thank you very much. Thank you. Whatever is left of today, go and enjoy it. Thank you, sir.
The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu emphasized that his commitment to enhance investment promotion while creating a rules-based society that favors no individuals over the law, which begins with important reforms in the Nigeria judiciary, the funding for which is captured in the 2024 Appropriation Act. President of the Senate Godswill Akpabio and Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, amongst others, were present at the signing. Rebecca Goffey reporting for BeeTv News.
As the year begins with so many hopes and expectations, citizens have started to set the agenda for the government on areas that need their core focus. Respondents who spoke with BeeTv News Tosin Toluwaloju called on the federal government to prioritize the welfare of citizens in the country in all ramifications. The report.
One of the basic tenets of democracy is the government for the people, of the people and by the people. In the light of this, citizens have urged governments at all levels to prioritize the well-being of its citizenry. A respondent who spoke with BeeTv News, Mr. Friday Obaseki, stated that the government should tackle economic issues in the country, especially the aspect of the exchange rate, the dollar against the naira, and ensure that Nigeria refineries are working in order to reduce the cost of petrol and other subsidiaries. Another respondent highlighted the pressing issue of insecurity, calling on the government to intervene urgently to avoid most of the ugly incidents that occurred in the year 2023 due to insecurity.
Federal government, if they can work on the dollar, if they can at least work on the dollar compared to naira, because the rate is just too much. I think dollar is primarily, when you look at everything in Nigeria, the cars, everything, dollar controls everything. Two things I want Nigeria to prioritize, the federal government to prioritize, is the fuel. If they can also work on the fuel, we are told that if they remove the subsidy, we'll see what they'll use the money to do. If actually they have removed the subsidy, what is the benefit of the removal of the subsidy on the masses? If they can also work on reducing the price of the fuel, at least that will also help the Nigerians, the ordinary Nigeria.
Well, I think security is number one. Number two, they should try as much as possible to put the economy in the right direction, and that is strictly left to the government. Three, let them show, those in government, let them show good example. As they said, people should tie their bets. Let them begin to show people that they are doing that, and we should also follow.
Go into insecurity, work on insecurity, Then also unemployment. These are the issues major issues we have on ground now for them to tackle. If they can do that, the youth will be happy with the government.
Other respondents spoke on the state of electricity in the country, asserting that if addressed, it would contribute to reducing the unemployment rate to a minimal level.
The welfare of the people, massive construction of roads, so that the people can have free movement without being obstructed by bad roads, so that goods from the rural areas can come to the city. The welfare of the people generally is what the government should focus on.
People will not get work. You feel help them now. So if they see work, so their men not go tell them say make they do what God no wants.
Should they look after the road, the welfare of the citizens, for subsidy. As it is removed, let's come back and think of our refineries. If it is repaired, it will be better than sharing money. Sharing money is not the issue. But if that's a repair our refineries, let it work. Let everything come down. Let the price of items come down.
It is one thing to set agenda and another thing for it to be implemented. Nigerians are, however, hoping that the federal government, state and local government will do things differently this year by putting the people first. Tosin Toluwaloju, reporting for BeeTv News.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested and detained the National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer of the National Social Investment Program Agency, Halima Shehu, over the ongoing probe into the 37,170,855,753.44 naira allegedly laundered in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development under former Minister Sadiya Umar Farouk. EFCC operatives stormed NISIPA's office at the Federal Secretariat in the Federal Capital Territory on Tuesday at about 9 a.m. and drove Shehu to the EFCC headquarters, Jabi, Abuja. Impeccable senior officers of the anti-graft agency who spoke to Punch on the condition of anonymity revealed that Shehu was indicted in connection with the alleged 37.1 billion naira fraud as the former national coordinator of the conditional cash transfer program under the ministry. Halima was the national coordinator in charge of the conditional cash transfer program under the ministry during Buhari's tenure, and she's been queried over some of the money that left the ministry's coffers through her. The former minister Sadiya is also expected at the office tomorrow, Wednesday, for questioning over the 37.1 billion money laundering case. After due consultations with the leadership of the People's Democratic Party across the state and beyond, the immediate past senator who represented Edo Central Senatorial District in the 8th and 9th National Assembly, Senator Engineer Clifford Odia, has decided to join the race for the Edo 2024 governorship election. BeeTv News Best Orator reports that the senator officially made his ambition known on Tuesday when he formally declared his aspiration during a meeting with the leadership of the party in Edo Central Senatorial District. The report.
It was like a carnival of some sort as supporters from the 5 local government areas of Edo Central Senatorial District joined the immediate past senator representing the district, distinguished Senator Engineer Clifford Ahimemona Odia, to meet the senatorial leaders of the People's Democratic Party in Uromi, the administrative headquarters of Esa North East local government area of Edo State, where he officially makes his intention known to run for the 2024 Edo State governorship election scheduled for September 21, 2024. The former chairman Senate Committee on Foreign and Local Debt, who attracted over 300 constituency projects, trained and empowered thousands of others to Edo Central Senatorial District, said after due consultation, he had decided to run for the office of governor in this year's election. Engineer Odia, who spoke in a mixture of local dialect, said his administration will not only ensure sufficient food on the table of every Edo person when elected as governor, but he will focus on human capital development, infrastructure, security of lives and property, create employment opportunity, attract investors to Edo State, amongst others. Earlier, Senator Clifford Odia visited Ward 6 Usugbenu and Irwa, Esa Central Local Government Area, to also inform leaders of his ambition. Some of the leaders and others who spoke said Senator Clifford Odia have marketable credentials, not just as an accomplished entrepreneur and a former two-time senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but his penchant for fostering development and progress endears him to many within and outside the PDP family. They promise to support him to the fullest.
Odia is a promise keeper. He has been he's trusted and he's tested. If by the grace of God we get to that level, he's given the ticket. At the same time, he has won, and his records are there. We have volumes of Odia's work in Esa, and we are sure that a mile like that will extend his good work to the general Edo State.
Odia has been sponsoring the less privileged education in various high institutions of learning since inception. In fact, we are lucky to have Odia offering himself to contest for this exalted office.
Nobody has ever pulled this kind of crowd, where the Esa people have seen that he is the only person that has the capacity that can take on any other party head on. And that is why they are rallying around him and giving him that support. So be it that, and they are also counting on what he has done so far within the Esa as a former senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So because of that, they are putting their weight behind him.
I am very sure if he's been given the ticket, he's going to perform very well. They have been doing it before, and he's going to do more again and again and again.
The work he has done before, turned a test of time to speak for him. He has been doing it before. He was doing it before he even became a senator. If you go to all the nooks and crannies of Edo Central, of all the local government, there is nowhere you will not find a trace of Senator Clifford Odia. It was just yesterday here. He made the intention to say, I will be flagging up today. See the crowd, the mammoth crowd. They are not borrowed.
Speaking to newsmen at the end of the visit, Senator Odia said Edo State can be greater and better when he becomes the next governor of Edo State.
In my activities for 8 years as senator, I brought government closer to the people. That's exactly what I want to do. Everybody or every person in Edo State must have a feel of what is going on in government. That is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It's a very simple, thing. It doesn't require too much grammar.
Senator Engineer Clifford Agimemona Odia, during his 8 years at the National Assembly, attracted time-tested projects to the whole of Edo Central Senatorial District and promised to do even more across the state if nominated and elected governor this year. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Despite increasing the proposed 2024 budget by 1.2 trillion naira, the National Assembly has cut the amount of money for minimum wage and salary-related payments for government entities. With the current federal government minimum wage for workers pegged at 30,000 naira per month, many Nigerians still look forward to an increment despite the reduction in wage allocation as shown in the 2024 budget. In this report, some Nigerians suggest to the federal government the amount that should be paid as minimum wage to its workers that they think can help to improve their lives. The report by Uyi Lambert is presented by Best Orator.
It is a recognized fact that the engine room of every government economy are its workers. But the question arises as to how much the workers ought to be paid as their minimum wage, especially now that the economy is biting very hard. In Nigeria, the minimum wage for federal government workers is 30,000 naira monthly amidst the rugged economic situation in the country. Additionally, the National Assembly reduced the amount allocated to minimum wage and salary-related payments by 45%, which have raised concerns among many Nigerians. Many are of the opinion that the federal government workers should be well remunerated for effective work delivery and better take-home. But what is the ideal amount? Well, some respondents, while not specific on any amount, said the government should know what exactly the workers deserve and increase the salary along that line.
I'm not supporting a particular amount here, because if you tell me you are paid 30 currently, and considering the transports, the increments on price, foodstuffs and everything, 30,000 naira cannot even take me a week. Based on what is happening now, like, okay, the government should be paid like 200,000, 100 or 50, at least what they can offer to encourage the civil servants.
Other respondents interviewed stated that the federal government should pay a specific amount ranging from 35,000 naira to about 100,000 naira as minimum wage for workers due to the current hard economic atmosphere in the country.
A bag of rice is 73,000 naira now, and minimum wage is 30,000. I don't think that money is reasonable at all. Even if at all they should pay civil servants due to the work they are doing, the 30,000 is not enough. I think if they increase the money to 100, it's not even enough. But we can manage 100.
I believe that minimum wage, if it can be raised to between 35 to 40, that will make sense.
Like someone in Benin here, you get some persons who live at Depot, some live at Enya, Egba, by bypass. Coming to town here, they spend no less than 1,000, 1,200. And when it comes to the rainy season, they spend about 1,500. At the end of the day, they discover that what they have to take home is not up to 40,000, 50,000. So the minimum wage for now, it should be 100,000 naira if the government want to help.
Meanwhile, others who believe that the federal government should increase the minimum wage amount to as much as 250,000 naira monthly also suggested that the government can reduce the economic hardship and inflation by providing essentials like housing, shelter, feeding at the workplace, and transportation to work for civil servants.
For me, in fact, everyone should be paid well. Give them 500K. You understand? 500K. Even if you increase for that 500K for a security man, he can do something. That is for me. But also, let's look at it from another way. If you can provide the normal things for them, give them housing. You understand? Like those days, we grew up to see all these things. Now, our parents told us now, 3 basic things: shelter, clothing, and what they call it now, feeding. Is that not? Now, if you can give them housing where they can stay, they'll be very happy. Even if you are giving them 150, 200, then if you can provide transportation fare for them also, ability for them to go to work without pay. So for me, the government, they actually know what to do because they are paying themselves well.
Many Nigerians are yearning to become beneficiaries of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The member representing Oedo Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives, elected on the platform of Labour Party, Honorable Engineer Esosa Iyawe, said he is glad to have been able to effectively represent his constituents in the last 6 months and promised that the year 2024 would be better for the people. He stated this while speaking in an exclusive interview with BeeTv News' Best Orator at his office in Abuja. The report.
Iyawe Esosa of Labour Party, having satisfied the requirements of the law, was hereby declared winner.
Yeah, I'm very happy and I'm overwhelmed for the support Oredo people gave to me in the election, and I would like to say thank you, and I promise that I will do my best and make Oredo work.
Speaking to BeeTv News, Honorable Engineer Esosa Iyawe, member representing Oedo Federal Constituency, said as a first-time member of the House of Representatives, he has to quickly learn the ropes of legislative business, adapt to the House rules to be able to move motions and sponsor bills. He said he has so far moved a number of motions on the floor of the House, namely a motion for the revival of the Benin River Port, a motion for the House of Representatives to investigate the Central Bank of Nigeria excess crude account point, and another motion on the need to investigate the mismanagement at the National Health Insurance Scheme. He also spoke on the committees he belongs to and what he has done back at home.
The journey has been quite tedious, but with the grace of God and with the help of my colleagues, we have been able to achieve a lot of things for my constituency. I have successfully moved motions that were carried by the House. I've also set up my constituency office, inaugurated liaison officers, as we are currently receiving petitions from my constituents that I hope to lay on the floor of the House as soon as possible. I am Edo State Member Finance Committee. I'm in a public petition statutory committee. I'm in digital banking, environment, and some other good committees that I know that can change things in Nigeria.
Honorable Engineer Esosa Yahweh, who was on February 25, 2023 elected on the platform of Labour Party, said he is ready to fulfill his campaign promises to the people of Oedo once the 2024 budget is implemented.
I intend to channel my majority of my constituency projects to infrastructure. There are some, during my campaign, I promised to rehabilitate some roads in Oredo, and we've gone to map out these roads. And as soon as the 2024 appropriation budget is implemented, we intend to get things done.
Recently, Honorable Engineer Esosa Yahweh organized a football tournament for talent discovery, which attracted young footballers who displayed football artistry. Prizes were given out, with the winning team going home with the sum of 1 million naira, second team got 500,000 naira, and a third place team received the sum of 300,000 naira respectively.
By empowering the youth with football, we tend to get the youth out of doing illegal things in Oredo. We spotted out some players over the course of the months. We had 40 teams registered, and we tend to pick at least 3 of them that we can know how we sponsor at least one out of the country. And if that one can be successful, he can feed his family and feed the community that he comes from.
I commend him. He has done fantastically well, and this is a welcome development, because the situation is that most of these scouts and agents, when they come to Nigeria, they stop in Lagos or Abuja. But it's good for him to bring, international, stakeholders like me from abroad to come and see firsthand the talent here. And to be very honest with you, there are a lot of talent, and I really commend his efforts.
You have demonstrated that he's a man that we can trust. You have demonstrated that he's a man that keeps promises, because what happened today is a part of his campaign promises that he has just fulfilled. This is one of them.
So I saw even after the match how they were hugging one another. It's a good thing. We need more of this. But we used to live as a community, growing up. So he's trying to reenact that now. So I appreciate him. It's laudable.
In the spirit of the Christmas and New Year celebrations, Honorable Engineer Esosa Yahweh also distributed bags of rice to the people of Oedo Federal Constituency. Best Orator, reporting for BeeTv News.
Mixed reactions have trailed electricity situation in various parts of the city during the Yuletide. While some respondents lauded the constant light supply in their areas during the Christmas and New Year celebrations, others decry the epileptic power supply of the Benin Electricity Distribution Company. The report. Respondents who spoke with the news crew said the electricity situation in their areas of residence within the Benin metropolis was applaudable, adding that the constant light supply made the New Year celebration enjoyable for them. They said they avoided a situation where they could have spent extra money in purchasing fuel to power their generators.
I think for the New Year, it has been so good in my area. I live around Upper Mission. Fair enough. At least I can see a little improvement, better than the way it was before.
I'll say it was okay. I never expected it to go the way, let me say the way it's happening, because I even had the light almost through the night till this morning. So I'll give them a pass mark in my area.
It's a few days only. We have lights. Even
That was night before we chat up, they already brought the lights. So we have light. Even up till now, there is light.
It has improved better than before, because before it was very epileptic, but during the festive period it improved to an extent.
Other respondents decried the lack of electricity in their areas, stating that the light supply was epileptic, while others noted that there was total blackout in their residential areas, calling on the government and the Benin Electricity Distribution Company to fix the deplorable electricity situation in areas such as Ubowo, Okoro and Benin Auchi Road, amongst others.
It was bad. Really, really bad. We don't have lights. 95% use generator. When people they shout Happy New Year with light, they shout Happy New Year in darkness.
Aduawa, there's no light there. They gave flaming excuse the transformer is faulty. 3 days. I hate darkness.
So I reside at Benin Auchi Road. So for like 3 days now, we are not have lights in our side. I bought for around 675 naira per liter. Then we have been like managing, then sleeping inside darkness. So we just pray that the government do something about it, then help us, because we are like the less privileged now, because we are not having enough funds to buy fuel.
Ubowo now, Okoro, they are splitting their lights. Oftentimes, like almost 2 times, in the morning and the evening. While some private places, they have full light all the day, so I don't know what is going on there.
Oluwatoyin Oyedola reporting for BeeTv News. The construction of the Iyekogba Ulemo Road in Oedo local government area of Edo State, which was recently flagged off by the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, and some members of his cabinet, is yet to commence. Some of the residents and motorists who spoke with the news crew said they are still hoping for the state government to begin work on the road on time. BeeTv News' Tosin Toluwaloju has the report.
This is still the state of the Iyekogba Ulemo Road. Many expected that construction work ought to have commenced on the road since the Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, in December last year, kicked off the construction of the road project. Some motorists plying the road and residents along the road who spoke with BeeTv News crew said the Governor of Edo State and the Commissioner of Works should not renege on their promise of constructing the road to boost the economic activities already there and the connection between the communities. They also said there is no sign of work on the road yet and appealed to the government to start work as soon as possible, particularly during this dry season.
Since he came here to promise the people by himself, so the people believe him, they trust him that he will come. So we are pleading for him to come and fulfill the promise, because this road is a major road that leads to several communities. A lot, so there are a lot of businesses here. So if you can actually fulfill the promise and really give this road a lift, so it will boost the economic activity of this area.
So 2 weeks ago, the governor he come flag up this road. He don't with the social media here, Facebook, say he want to do the road, and I'm a privilege to hear say he want to do the 2 contractors, and he say he go complete them before he turn on. And I was so happy. I pray may God give him courage, may they do the road for us, because we dey suffer for this road for dry season. No less than 52 communities where they this road go down, no road. This road has been like this for more than 30 years, but we need good intervention this time.
The work should be started as soon as possible, because most people coming in from this road are notable people. They are convoys, even the military, they go through this road. The police go through this road. So I feel it's best if this road is motorable, because it leads to Ekenwan Road. You don't have to go back to Ring Road before going to Ekenwan Road. If this road is good, it's just a straight drive down to Ekenwan Road. So we are appealing to the government to come and commence the job as soon as possible.
Since when I did this road, I don't did this road more than 2 years now. Last year, October, now I first see Caterpillar called grader. Say government go come, they can't do road, they want do road. Now those who talk. We never see anything like that. The road now maga. If they ever say that they come, once Caterpillar ever pass, he go come revise back. They know they do the road. I beg that they make the call help us do this road. Make the call do this road for us. It don't reach to do. It don't tell whether they talk say they want to do one. we want me to do the road for us this year, so where the heads are so.
Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State flagged off the construction of the 20-kilometer Yekogba Road, Benin City, noting that the road construction project will open up and bring further development to over 33 communities within the axis. Tosin Toluwaloju, reporting for BeeTv News.
The families of Okundia and Asemuta, both of Edo State, have witnessed the solemnization in holy matrimony of their children, Uyinwe Asomta and Ikposa Agontine, over the weekend as they were joined together as husband and wife. BeeTv News crew captured the sights and sound of the event. The report is presented by Best Orator.
On Saturday, December 30th, 2023, the wedding ceremony of Ikpomosa and his bride, Uyinwe, took place at the Nigerian Air Force Protestant Church located at the Shitu Alau Air Force Base in Benin City, Edo State. One of the ministers present, who spoke on the benefits of marriage and the need for the couple to tolerate themselves, enjoined them to see marriage as a sacred union.
Marriage is our business, what we want to take care of what God has given us. Don't try by all means to see if you can fix the matter by yourself. Allow God to fix your marriage. Hand over your marriage to God. And no wonder where we just went. Verse 22.
Thereafter, the couple exchanged their vows in the presence of God and their families. Speaking to BeeTv News crew, the newlyweds expressed joy on their marriage to each other, adding that they made the right choice and truly found love in each other.
Today, I have found that righteous woman, that love of my life that God has ordained for me, and I give glory to God, and I thank Him for this journey that God has actually set for me, and I say all thanks be to Him.
Hopeful that I've made the best decision in the man I married.
The marriage ceremony continued with a reception held at Petob Event Center, Benin City. Setting the tone for the event was a picture banner with a lovely photograph of the couple which welcomed guests to the venue. The high point of the event was when the parents of the newlyweds hit the dance floor and men of the Nigerian Air Force, who happened to be friends and colleagues of the bride, serenaded them with sweet melodies and beats.
Congratulations.
Speaking to the news crew, the parents of the bride and groom, as well as the chairman on the occasion and other friends and loved ones of the family, registered their joy and happiness on the successful marriage ceremony, while giving advice on their newly consummated marriage and prayed God's blessings upon them.
I pray for them that their marriage will be fruitful and successful. Because it can be successful without being fruitful. It can be fruitful, it will break up, and that will not be successful. So my prayer that this marriage will be fruitful and successful.
Prayer for them to have a peaceful home, a blessed marriage. A marriage blessed with children and provision of resources to take care of the children.
I wish them the best. I wish them fruitfulness, and I wish them long life. I wish them every good thing that marriage is known for.
And I wish them the very best. I pray God to continue to bless them and bless the relationship and continue to oil it.
My joy knows no bounds, because that's my first seed. And I want to say that God Almighty has been faithful, and we know that if not God, this event would not have happened.
We pray that love, unity, and understanding will foster in their marriage. And
the traditional ceremony earlier held at the bride's family house at Osayogie Street off the Benin-Lagos Expressway of Yanotis local government area, which witnessed the coming together of family members, friends, and loved ones who shared in the joy of the couple. The parents and others prayed God to bless the union with beautiful children. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
As the faces of people differ, so does their holiday celebration. For some, it was a time of eating and drinking, while for others, it was a time to engage in activities that they believe will benefit them in the long run. BeeTv News Seth Okwaifo has the report.
As the Yuletide comes to an end, Benin residents share their experience during the holiday and what they hope to achieve in the new year. A Christian lady, Evangelist Unjoku Grace, who was interviewed, said that she saw the holiday period as an opportunity to spread the gospel and was excited that she used it to win souls for Christ. She said she hoped to do more for God this new year.
This year, I tell God I want to carry the work in my head, to walk around all over the nation, to pray for the sick. The one that is not giving their life to Jesus, God will use me to touch them, for them to come out of the gutter, to preach the gospel, to move to the higher level. From the one that the enemy have been cast off from the pay, the Lord will use us to release them. That is my plans from them this year.
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for the privilege, for making it possible for us to celebrate it without any harm, even to my family and extended family. It was really amazing. And the best part of it is that some people actually gave their life to Christ through me. Like on that New Year Day, I actually talked to 1 or 2 persons and they gave their life to Christ. And it was really amazing. In fact, that's the best gift I can ever get for the year.
Another person who showed gratitude to God for making it possible for her to see a new year stated that she enjoyed the holiday as it was a time of bonding with family members.
It was really fun-filled. It was so wonderful. And before the new year, I went to my uncle's place. He stays at Ugbo with my 2 kids. And it was a lot of celebration, no family gathering, eating and dining, enjoying yourself to the fullest. It was awesome, and God has been faithful for taking us to the end of the year. God has been so, so wonderful.
I will own my business tight. I will join my husband to build a house. This year is my year of favor. So this 2024, I will pack to my house in Jesus' name.
When asked what they look forward to in the new year, some said they intend to work on becoming a better person and be more focused in life, while others said they hope to use the new year to strengthen their relationship with God.
A situation which was actually not so comfortable with you, there are some bad habits you have to do away with. This is not about a New Year resolution. This is about you taking a bold step and doing the right thing, and the right time, and serving God in a better way. Taking the relationship the relationship you have with God to a higher level,
New Year. God sustained me for 2023. I only have hope on Him.
For God to keep us alive, I will give my life to Christ, serve my God, is what I promised my God, was church, and hold my God tight.
Nigerians believe that holiday period should not be used for fun and merriment alone, but should be a strategic time to set new goals for the year ahead. Seth Okwaifo, reporting for BeeTv News.
You're still watching BeeTv Major News at 6. We're going for a short break. Please stay.
Jonasco Technical Enterprise. Dey for you where they build o. No let soap dey pepper your eye when you dey river. As Jonasco get better solid doors and stainless handrail dem. Bulletproof door e dey. Double pan door abi na one pan door you need or jabrata. Come see gate with different designs. Wrought iron, laser pan gate, iron gate, stainless gate, and no fit to call am finish. Jonasco Technical Company in a importer, exporter, sabi iron roofing matter, building of borehole, construction of tank, transportation and general contractor. Oya alele go JJ Owa Junction off Upper Mission Extension after Temboga Junction, Ute Quarters, Benin City. Call am for this number 08065970286 07047177302 09029292819. For Jonasco Technical, we dey for you.
Who will fly the flag of the various parties come 2024 and occupy the #1 seat in Edo State? Who can give Edo the needed development that many yearn for? Who will make Edo clean and attract investors and bring about positive development? So many questions begging for answers. BeeTv News will be showcasing the various aspirants of the various political parties jostling for the governorship ticket every day beginning from Tuesday, 2nd January 2024. Time 11 a.m. Mondays to Fridays. You blink, you miss. Follow BeeTv News on Facebook and YouTube for this live show as we chronicle all the governorship aspirants. This program is powered by BeeTv News. For inquiries, please send a WhatsApp message to 0808-585-3792. BeeTv News, always putting you first.
Original no be my mind, authentic no be my mind.
Original no be fake. Quality paint you. EDS for quality paint you. Now EDS for quality paint you. Now EDS for emotion. Super satin, super matte, gravitas paint today, texture paint today, and the high quality emotion. Now for EDS, you know go fed you. Now for EDS.
EDS Quality Paints, Kilometer 12, Benin Sapele Road by Ogege Quarters, Benin City, or our branch office, 68 Sapele Road, opposite former Edo State Library, now ShopRite.
Contact us today on 090-5320-6873. EDS Quality Paints, keeping your walls live. Yes.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and fuel marketers under the aegis of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria on Tuesday clashed again over the removal of subsidy on petrol. This came against the backdrop of the depreciation of the naira against the United States dollar at both the official investors and exporters window and the parallel market. On Tuesday, the local currency closed at 998 naira per dollar at the official market, while it traded at 1,225 naira per dollar at the black market. On the back of the falling naira rates, economists and oil marketers said PMS subsidy was increasing in recent times, but the NNPC quickly countered these positions and declared that it was recovering its full cost on the importation of premium motor spirits, popularly called petrol, countering the positions of the Chief Executive Officer, Financial Derivatives Company, Bismarck Riwane, had during a live television program on Sunday explained that the fuel subsidy was not removed but reduced. Similarly, oil marketers said that subsidy on petrol was increasing, considering the crash of the naira against the United States dollar and the cost of crude oil, stressing that PMS should sell for 1,200 naira per litre in a free market. Petrol, which is solely imported into Nigeria by the NNPCL, currently sells for between 617 naira per litre to 660 naira per litre, depending on the location of purchase in Nigeria. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has revealed that cash withdrawals will no longer be possible from accounts open for virtual and digital assets transactions. BeeTv News' Tostin Soluwaloju has more of this from the business world.
In a December circular titled Circular to All Banks and Other Financial Institutions Guidelines on Operations of Bank Accounts for Virtual Asset Service Providers, signed by the Director of Financial Policy and Regulation Department, Aruna Mustafa, the banking regulator announced a policy change regarding crypto assets and instructed banks to facilitate crypto transactions. The new policy specifies that withdrawals from these accounts can only occur through transfer or via a manager's check. Accounts established under the updated guidelines are exclusively designated for transactions involving virtual digital assets and cannot be used for any other purpose. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria says real sectoral growth will hit about 3.2% in 2024. The group's Director General Segun Ajayi Kader disclosed this in an interview on the outlook for the sector in 2024 while speaking with newsmen. However, Ajayi Kader has predicted that the year 2024 may start on a tough note for manufacturing, but may end with some measured improvement because the envisaged policy reforms, improved commitment to domestic production, and general positive outlook seem favorable for the sector. He stated that sectoral real growth is expected to hit about 3.2%. Contribution to the economy will most likely exceed 10%, and the manufacturer CEO's confidence index is predicted to rise above the 55-point threshold by the end of the fourth quarter. Oil prices have risen sharply after Iran rejected calls to end support for attacks by Houthi rebels on vessels in the Red Sea and sent a warship to the vital trading route. On the first trading session of the new year, Brent crude rose $1.28 or 1.7% to $78.32 a barrel on Tuesday, while the United States West Texas Intermediate crude was at $72.69 a barrel, up $1.04 or 1.5%. Prices were driven higher by fears of supply disruption amidst the Red Sea tensions leading to the Suez Canal. Some shipping companies have paused sailings on the route, favoring a much longer trip around the tip of Africa. Rerouting the vessels will add time and expense for shipping companies. And that is it on Business News Tonight. Thank you for watching. Tosin Toluwaloju, reporting for BeeTv News.